Trying to get out the state, let's do somewhere. I'ma go get you a shop since you do have. You just for me, you the one, babe, I don't share. I'ma give you the word, but I mean it. Nothing or no one can come in between it. We gonna last, babe, I know they got seen it. I am your answer and you are my reason.
Hey y'all, it's me, Tyraneca, Mone'a, and I'm back with another video. So if you have not subscribed, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell on the side to be notified every time I post on my YouTube channel. We are back with episode 2 of Let's Talk About It by Tyraneca, Mone'a. Today it's just gonna be me talking about this one topic. It literally was just brainstormed in my head, or like I literally thought about it and wrote everything down on my iPad and was like, let me sit in front of the camera. First things first, I am currently sitting at 351 subscribers, so yay. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Basically, thank y'all for subscribing to my channel. And yeah, the topic of today is relationship struggles and when to let go. I know that a lot of people probably have problems with this. Like, not everybody's perfect, not every relationship is perfect. Not everybody wants to publicly talk about their relationship if it's not perfect, but you know, other people may need these little tips, this little advice. So this is just mine. Like, I'm not bashing anybody, I'm not, you know, whatever. These are just the tips I've learned in my 25 years of life, when it comes to dating and basically my aspect on relationships. So if you agree, you agree. If you don't, you don't. But y'all can also tell me down in the comments if you agree or if you don't agree, or what you agree and don't agree with. So basically, we're gonna go through the phases of a relationship. Now, like I said, these are how I feel the phases of the relationship are from my experience. Your phases may be different, but yeah, let's get into it. So I have, for phase 1 is the honeymoon phase. This is dealing with, we're talking about girlfriend, boyfriend, or girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever your preference is. We're talking about the honeymoon stage without being married, okay? To me, basically, the honeymoon stage is just the exciting, carefree stage of a relationship. So this is like the early month stage. I feel like it usually lasts between, you know, the first 3 to 6 months, somewhere in between those few months of dating, where basically there's a lot of mutual love, there's a lot of mutual respect, there's a lot of control between you two. You want to be around each other all day, every day. You want to talk on the phone, you want to text, you want to do this, you want to do that. You want to go on dates when you can. You want to, you know, just drop everything when that person calls or that person wants to see you. Everything like that. That's the honeymoon stage. Okay, the honeymoon stage is fun, but everyone really needs to know that the honeymoon stage doesn't last forever. Oh my God. Like, not saying that you should expect it to end, because not all relationships, the honeymoon stages end. I see a lot of posts on Instagram, basically it's like, keep dating your woman or keep dating your partner as if you're still trying to get him or her. Stage number 2 is called the uncertainty stage. There's a reason why I call it the uncertainty stage. Can't say it. Basically, you start to struggle with communication. There's also cheating, there's also lying, there's also a lot of dishonesty, and everything falls under that uncertainty stage, to where you're starting to be uncertain about the position that you're in, or be uncertain about the person that you're in a relationship with. And at this stage, you start to see the relationship or the love you have for each other in 2 different lenses, if that makes sense. The relationship becomes challenging. You start fussing every day, even if it's about little small things, or even if it's about everyday things that is just the argument just keep going and keep going and keep going. Nothing is resolved. I've read online that someone by the name of George Bernard, he said the biggest problem with communication is that there's an illusion that it has happened and it never did. I felt that because, especially with, you know, being in my 20s, that yes, communication is always something that causes a relationship to fail to me. You might have different perspectives, or you might communicate different, because you do have different types of communication. You and your partner would never have the same type of communication. You might have a person who's very confrontational, who likes to attack the problem right on. And then you have a standoff person with a standoffish, a person who avoids conflict, who would rather hold off on the argument and try to do little things to fix it without actually talking about it, or a person who would rather basically avoid confrontation, a person who doesn't like to argue, who doesn't feel the need to sit down and talk about that problem at that time, who would prefer to hold back for a while, gather his or her thoughts, and then attack the problem, versus, like I said, someone who wants to attack the problem right then and there. We have to understand that, like I said, we have different types of communication. We have different love languages. When it comes to loving a person, you definitely should not love that person in your love language. Everybody says that, but it's true. If my love language is physical touch, I'm going to use my actual love languages. My love language is physical touch, quality time. I just would rather be in a house with my significant other, either painting, watching movies, being touched. Now, not all the time do I like to be touched, but that's when my quality time love language, you know, gets attacked a little more. I can't love my partner in my love languages. I can't love my partner in physical touch. I can't love my partner in quality time if that's not what that person wants to be loved in. You have to understand that person and talk about your love languages, because they are different. You and your partner could have the same love language. You and your partner could, let's say, physical touch. You and your partner could both have a love language of physical touch. And like I said, that person might not want to be touched all the time. They want to be loved in quality time, or they want to be loved in words of affirmation, or acts of service, just any other thing. It's okay, but that's just some things that you should be able to talk about. That goes back to the quote from George Bernard about, you know, there's always an illusion that communication has happened and hasn't. You can think that you communicated and the communication could be totally off. Phase number 3 to me is the awkward stage. The awkward stage is awkward. Basically, it's just y'all being together because you don't want to start over. Most people, especially I know most females, will say that, like, I'm in this relationship because I don't want to start over. I don't want to start learning somebody and get back to what's your favorite color, like what's your middle name, like are your grandparents still alive, you know, do you have kids. You don't want to start getting to know somebody all over again. Basically, in this awkward stage, y'all aren't doing what y'all used to do in the honeymoon stage, and you've got so used to the honeymoon stage to where it's like, where's the effort? Where is the, oh, whatever you want you can get, like princess treatment? Like, I want my girlfriend to be in her soft girl era, or I want her to feel like she can come to me for anything, or she can ask for anything and I'm gonna provide, or I'm gonna give, or I'm gonna help her, like we're gonna figure this out together. In this awkward stage, you feel like that is gone. You feel like that person is only saying to you what you want to hear in that particular time or that moment. Everything is not all peaches and cream, unicorn and rainbows. Somebody in this stage is okay with not being around you as much, because it's like things are changing. it feels like when we're together, it's just like, yeah, girl, I'm with my boyfriend. Or, yes, it's not coming out. We chilling. Or, it's just, it's awkward. That's why it's called the awkward stage. What else? You're just letting stuff slide just because, like, you find out or you see this text message in the phone, or you see this name that you've never seen before, and the messages are deleted, or the what is it called? Just anything. You find anything. Your significant other could be cheating. Your significant other could have lied to you about where they were in this point in moment, and you're just okay. Like, you don't get mad. You don't fuss. You don't fight. You don't tell them that your feelings are hurt. You don't tell them how they made you feel for doing this certain type of thing. You're just okay with it. And it shouldn't get to that point. If you don't leave, if you decide to let that person, your significant other, keep getting away with stuff, keep sliding, keep not saying this, they're gonna be like, I can put him or her through whatever, and they just gonna be okay with it. He or she's gonna be okay if I cheat again because she let it slide 5 or 6 times. He or she's gonna be okay if I'm texting somebody else because he or she let it slide that many times. Oh, I'm gonna just lie and say I was over here when I was actually over there because he or she let it slide that many times. No, put your foot down. You have to let that person know right then and there when something is bothering you. And I have a hard time doing that. I have a hard time saying no. I have a hard time with letting somebody know how I feel in that particular moment. My coping mechanism is staying in my room by myself. I have comfort in my room. This is my safe space. This is a place where I will not let anybody argue with me, piss me off, or bring me into depression in my room. Period. This is my safe space. This is where I come to detach from the world. This is where I come to let everything go. So no. I have problems that, yes, I'm still working on myself because I'm not perfect. I'm just as flawed as everyone else. But that's what comes with progress. That's what comes with working on yourself. You're not going to fix yourself overnight. You may not fix yourself over a week, over a month, over a year. As long as you know you working, whether anybody sees it or not, that's progress to you. I don't want the video to be too long. It's already kind of long. So we just gonna hurry up and finish this. The last and final stage is what I call the finale. Now you might think, oh, the finale, that's something good. You know, when you watch TV shows, the finale is always good. The finale always has you hang by a thread ready to see what the next episode or the next season is gonna be. And honestly, that's really, in some type of way, that's what this is. That's what the finale is. It could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, it could be a mix of emotions. It could be both. It could be a good and a bad thing, and you just have to figure it out. Basically, in the finale, you realize you're tired. You realize that you don't recognize yourself, and that arguing or going back and forth is very draining to you. You start to see, like, I don't think this is worth it. I don't think me constantly keep going back and forth with you and me steady crying over every argument is necessary. And I'm saying crying. I don't know if I said crying more than one time in this, going through all these phases. My zodiac sign is a Pisces. Some of you may think that Pisces are very sensitive, that they are crybabies, that they are, all in all emotional. But when I talk about a Pisces, now that I have an understanding of my sign, we're not that. We're just very in tune with our feelings. Very in tune. To where if something makes me upset or if I have to cry, I'm going to cry, rather, no matter who's right there or not. We're very in touch with our feelings. We're very soft-hearted but kind-hearted at the same time. A Pisces is a fish. You handle a fish with care. Once the finale comes, you are okay with starting over. You're okay with getting to know people. You're okay with dating. When it comes to starting over, you also are okay with healing. You're okay with being alone. You're not looking for a relationship. You're not looking to date. You don't want to talk to anybody. You don't want to have friends. You want to keep the people that's in your circle in your circle. And I'm saying that to say I have literally 3 friends. I have associates, but I have 3 friends. These are the people that I go to. These are the people that I trust. These are the people who I can call on if I need to vent, if I need to cry. If something is happening and it's a 911 emergency, these people are going to pull up. Or these people are going to find a way to fix the problem. We're going to wrap this up because this video is getting kind of long. You start praying more. You start going to church more. This is the part where you start getting out the house again, even if it is to just walk in the store, even if it is just to go get something to eat instead of ordering DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever the case may be. You get out the house. You find something to do. You find joy in praying. You find joy in going to church. And that's basically all the stages. So basically we're just gonna I'm gonna wrap everything up. Basically just to let you know that it is okay to get advice, but nobody is you. It's okay for you to reach out to your friends, to ask your mom, to ask your auntie, grandmother, cousin, but you have to remember, they're not in this relationship, you are. It's okay to not take their advice. It's okay to hear what they gotta say, taking into consideration, but again, nobody is you. Only you are gonna know when enough is enough. You can't let your mom, you can't let your best friend, you can't let your cousin, you can't let anybody that is not in this relationship or that is not you tell you that enough is enough. You should be tired. You should be this, you should be that. Don't let them tell you what you should be or if you have enough. Don't allow them to be mad if you stay with your significant other. If you decide to stay, your friend should not be mad at you. Your friend should always sit down there and be like, hey, I'm rocking till the wheel fall off. You like it, I love it. Don't go to a friend. This is a big one. Do not go to a friend who hasn't been in this situation. That person never did that. He or she is just giving their opinion of how they would have handled it if it was them. But they haven't been through it, you know? Keep praying. Life is too short to keep constantly going through the same thing over and over. You're going to find better. You're going to find the love that you're looking for, that you're praying for. You're going to find that person for you. Everybody has their own person. Also, like I said before, it is okay to start over, even if it hurts. It's okay to heal. It's okay to take that mental break and just be like, this happened. How are we going to solve it so it doesn't happen again? Also, never feel like it's not okay for y'all to later down the line come back and talk about it. Because yes, it always can be resolved after, and you're probably going to see that y'all better off as friends than actually in a relationship. So do not tolerate disrespect from their family members, their friends, baby mama, baby daddy, whatever. Don't tolerate disrespect. If you have to tolerate it and they're not constantly, or they're not saying nothing to correct it, move around. Because that can take a toll on your mental as well. That can take a toll on the relationship as well. Put yourself first, even if it's not in you. Yes, I know you want to put everybody before yourself. You'll help somebody. You'll give somebody your last dollar. And I'm saying that because I have a hard time doing that. I have a hard time of, like I said, saying no, putting myself first. I have a hard time of doing a lot of things. Because like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm just as flawed as everyone else. Put yourself first because nobody else is going to put you first. And yeah, that's really it. And I just wanted to leave y'all off with a Bible verse. This is really one of my favorite Bible verses. I have this Bible verse on my leg. The Bible verse comes from Galatians 1:10, and it says that am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. Basically, you're not put on this earth to please anybody. You're put on this earth to please God. You're put on this earth to do what God has set forth you to do. You don't have to please everybody. You don't have to be a yes man to everybody else. You have to listen to what God is trying to tell you to do and what the purpose that God has put you on this earth to do. And that is what you're supposed to be doing. Got through this video. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Please be sure to hit the bell on the side so you know to be notified every time I post on YouTube. Also, you can comment down below what other topics y'all want to hear about. Not it just being coming from myself, but I would have other people here as well. Until tomorrow or the day after, or the day after that, I want y'all. Peace.